Hello, I'm Stephen Orvis, and this is about how I use Odoo at conferences, specifically how I use it to track people I meet and help remember what I talked to them about, what I learned, what's important about the person, and maybe remember names. I tend to be not as good at remembering names. I'm really working on that, but I can remember the face, but I struggle with the name. So this helps me in that aspect too, because I want to remember people, I want to remember the name, because it's important that I can remember people, and so that matters. All right, so I'm using the Odoo contact module for this primarily. I could be making a CRM lead, maybe, but it's less sales, more like I'm just meeting someone at a conference, and so I use contacts for that. Now this is a demo instance. I went to demo.odoo.com and it's pre-populated with random names and people and data. So this is all fabricated data here. So I'll be using them for my example. All right, so a few things that I do when I meet a person, and I have the phone app. I have Odoo Enterprise, which comes with the app on your phone, and so after I meet someone, after I talk to them, I can real quick pull up my phone and go in here, hit new, create a contact, and I'll do individual. So I'll do John Smith, and maybe we exchange phone numbers, maybe we didn't. That's fine. And then perhaps you have a picture. If you had a conference where maybe there's a directory or something, you could go find that picture later after the fact. If there isn't, I'm realizing now that this is maybe why those social people always take the group selfies with other people, because it helps them remember the person's face, and maybe if there's name tags, they have the name tag in the picture. So super clever move that those social people would do. But that could be a strategy for this. You could do that group picture and then crop it and then just put the person's face in. Now you have a face and a name, and that's going to help you quite a bit. So the conversation that you're having with a person, you can go ahead and put in some information there. So I'm going to do a heading here, and I'll just pick today's date because it's today. And so you have that, and maybe throw in some notes about it. Talked about real estate. They are a real estate agent in Texas. And then maybe if you meet them again later on in the conference, you might add another bullet point, add another heading rather, and add more notes about them. So this gives you kind of that trailing record of what you've had conversations with them about. So later, after the conference, you might be curious about that person, who that was. So now the other thing here that's important, so for the conference, I'll do a tag. And so let's say Tech Fest, because that's here in Pittsburgh, and we'll do 2024. I wasn't there in 2024, but we'll pretend. So Tech Fest 2024, and we have the tag. And later now, when you're like, oh, who are all with these people in the conference, you can go Tech Fest 2024, and you can do tag, and then they come up. And if I had put a picture in, their picture would show up there. So that makes that super nice to be able to see who else there, and you can quickly see everyone that's in that group. So that's how I use Odoo at conferences to keep track of everyone I talk to, because I get foggy in my memory. I don't remember what's going on with each person. So this lets me connect a name and a picture together and hopefully remember them better, and then perhaps reach out to them in the future if there's some commonality or interest that we perhaps could talk about.